Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Landmarkr, the daily geography game where you have to guess the country, subdivision, or city from as few pictures as possible. Now, I have done a couple of shorts on this before, but I'm finally able to do a long-form video because they just added an archive, which means I can go back and play multiple of the puzzles at once, which is super exciting. This game was created by my good friend Lunacy Echo, who is an absolute legend, and he does a really, really good job with it. If you guys want to try this before, I jump in and before I spoil everything for you, if you want to play the puzzles yourself and see how you do compared to me, then I will leave a link to it in the description. And as always, before we jump in, if you guys like this kind of thing and you want to see me play more of these, then feel free to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and leave a comment as usual. I appreciate the support. So I'm going to start with puzzle number 16. I've done the first 15. I've gotten all of them except for number 12 in the first half of clues. So you get 6. It's kind of like Wordle or any other like daily game. But yeah, number 16 is, I believe, guess the subdivision, but we will see soon enough. It is, in fact, named the subdivision. So let's see what we've got. So I can click, but it doesn't really enlarge very much. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use what I have here rather than like doing some weird stuff to try and enlarge the picture any further. So this is a very like Russian looking building to me, Russian or Mongolian or something. But the buildings in the background are not that at all. That looks like a parking garage that you would find in like the US. Wouldn't shock me if the first subdivision round is a US state. So I think this is probably just an unusual landmark in most likely the US or maybe Canada. So I go down here and I type whatever I think it is. I think I will try just a random US state, maybe like Illinois or something, and we'll see what happens. So that's incorrect. You can see down here it turns red. Now we have some sculpture of a chicken. Cool. In general, my US geography knowledge is a lot worse than my world geography knowledge compared to other Americans. So I might struggle with this a little bit. Again, I'm just going to guess a random state because I really have no idea whatsoever what this would be. Let's try Ohio. It is not Ohio. Number 3 is the Air Force Academy. So this is in Colorado. I think it's in Colorado Springs. But it's a very distinctive building. And of course, we have the plane in front, which would check out. Definitely just wasn't going to guess Colorado for the first 2. But it is indeed just outside of Colorado Springs. Apparently this building is called the Cadet Chapel. So I can go back and I can learn about the other ones. Just take a look at this. So the Dushanbe Tea House. So it's first fully constructed in Tajikistan. It is in Boulder, apparently. So that's really interesting. So it was sort of Central Asian architecture. Kind of a crazy one there. Number 2, Fruta, a small town in western Colorado, is well known kind of for being the home of Mike the Headless Chicken. Okay, sure. Decapitated continued to live and tour the country for a year and a half. What? So it was just a dead body? That's so weird. All right, but this is cool. Oh, it's Blucifer. Let's go. The famous statue outside of the Denver airport. And like it said, the guy who built it died after a section of it fell on him. So there's a lot of sort of weird lore around the Denver airport. If you don't know about it, feel free to go down that rabbit hole. There's all sorts of crazy conspiracy theories. Number 5 is Pikes Peak, which is one of the most famous peaks in Colorado. And then number 6, not Wyoming. Nice. Yeah. Okay. So that is what Landmarkr is about. I'm going to go ahead and play all the puzzles from 16 through 25 today. And we will see if I can get some good scores. Hopefully get a couple of them in 1. I have gotten a fair few in 1 before, but we will see. Maybe they're just getting harder in general. So the next one is name the country. Whoa. I might be going crazy, but I feel like I've seen this before. Like, I feel like I've seen a picture of this. I mean, it's clearly like desert, and we have mountains in the background. Let me think here. I mean, this could be... I would think it's like maybe the Middle East or North Africa or something along those lines, just with the way that it looks. We had Saudi Arabia already, so it shouldn't be that. We've also had Egypt. I guess there's a little bit of metagaming that can be done, but still plenty of options. I'm not really sure what I want to go for. Maybe I'll say it's like Oman or something could be reasonable. Some giant solar plant or whatever the heck this thing is. Um, okay, we have a mosque with a laser pointer. That's another interesting one. Once again, I have no idea what this would actually be, though. Um, trying to get a good look at like the buildings and stuff, but it's, I mean, it's pretty far away. I don't know. I'll try like maybe Algeria could work. It's not Algeria. Interesting. Is this that city in Morocco? Is it Morocco with the blue? What is it called? Like Sheikh, Chef Shawan or Sheikh Shawan or something? I swear it's called something like that. It's a famous city, and I think it's in Morocco. I might be thinking of the wrong thing, but Morocco would fit for the first two. It is Chef Shawan. Okay, yeah, I was pretty close. Morocco's Blue City. Very, very cool place. I've never been to Morocco, but I have a couple friends who have, and they loved it, so I'll have to get out there one day. The Hassan II Mosque, and yeah, I guess a laser atop the minaret illuminates the direction to Mecca or the Qibla. I mean, it makes sense that that's what that is. I would have guessed if you had to, if you asked me to guess what the laser pointer was for, I would have guessed that. But it's kind of a fun one. The Ouarzazate Solar Power Plant is the largest concentrated solar power plant in the world. That's crazy. 800 feet tall? Good lord. Ouarzazate. I think that's actually, that was in one of my daily subdivisions. I think that I recognize that city name. So, huh. I don't remember posting a picture of this though, so I must have missed it. But that's cool to know. Strait of Gibraltar, okay, that's easy enough. Casablanca, okay, sure. And then Morocco itself. Pretty fun. All right, so I got 3 a couple of times, but I feel like I can maybe do a little bit better than that. So we'll see what I can do with the next few. 18 appears to be named the city. So let's jump in. As soon as it loads, that is. But yeah, this is really fun. I mean, I think this is a super cool game. What the heck? Wow, that's wild. What in the world is that? Um, where would you get like wacky architect? I guess my first thought is like maybe China. Could it be like Beijing, Shanghai, something like that? Like, what the heck is this building? I'll try Beijing. I have no actual idea what this is, though. It is not Beijing. Wow. Okay, well, it is Asia, probably. We have a giant Buddha. Again, I don't feel like I've ever seen a picture of this particular Buddha before, so I'm not quite sure what to do with this. It wouldn't shock me if it's China. And if it is a city, this looks very rural. This doesn't look very city-like, this particular picture, so maybe it's broader definition of a city and it's something like Chongqing, because Chongqing is huge and also includes a bunch of stuff that's not like downtown, but it is not Chongqing. Number 3 is a skyline that, unfortunately, once again, I do not recognize. It is coastal, and it's got mountains. Let's see. Am I able to go back? I am. Another thought I had was like Taipei, maybe. Although I feel like Taipei 101 would maybe be visible if it was Taipei. I thought of Hong Kong. Although again, I think of Hong Kong as being even more high-rise building-y than this, so not so sure about that either. I don't think it's like Seoul or anything. I think it's more, probably more East Asian. I'm honestly not sure. I mean, Taipei 101 could be out of frame. Um, or something like that. I'm trying to think of another guess that I like for this, and I really haven't come up with much. I mean, it appears to be, it's probably coastal, at least on a lake. Oh, it says population 7.5. I did not see that. Does 7.5 million check out for Taipei? I feel like that's probably pretty close. It could also be Japan. Could it be Japan? I don't know. Would you have a big Buddha like that? I'm going to try Taipei. Stop talking to myself and just see. It's not Taipei. Okay. Umbrellas. Is it Hong Kong? Maybe it is Hong Kong. I associate Hong Kong with umbrellas. Wasn't that like a protest or something that they did? I don't see anything that really rings a bell here, but I'm down to go Hong Kong. It is Hong Kong. Okay, so it is demonstrations, the umbrellas, 24. Yeah, okay. So this is what I thought it was. So this is Victoria Harbor, Hong Kong. I mean, that makes sense. I guess I just thought the buildings, if anything, would be taller, which is kind of crazy because there's a ton of tall ones, but I just associate Hong Kong with massive buildings. 112-foot tall statue. Makes sense, of course, for Hong Kong because there was lots of mountainous areas there too. And the Lippo Center. Yeah, koalas on a tree trunk. Yeah, that's sounds about right, honestly. Statue of Bruce Lee makes sense. And then the map of Hong Kong. Okay, so that's only the second time I've had to go into the second half, so it's not the best start to the video. I really hope that I can get at least a couple earlier, but number 19 is going to be Name the Country. See if I can actually recognize something early on. Starting with a Coca-Cola... What? So that's like written onto the side of like a mountain or something? That's crazy. What? Okay, so I want to say that's 125 years would be my guess. Some sort of anniversary type thing. If the font size is about the same as the 125, it's probably quite a short word, which makes me think it could be en, like ANS for French. 3 letters could check out. So it could be a French-speaking country. That's kind of where my brain goes here, because I've never seen this actual thing before, so I'm having to try and fraud it using other methods. But it could be años, it could be years. I mean, it could be anything, really. What's a French-speaking country that would be deserty like this? I mean, we already had Morocco, which makes me think it probably isn't like Algeria, but could be. I mean, I don't see why not, so let's try Algeria. It is not. I have no idea what this... I swear these are getting harder, because, like, the first, like, set of them, I got it in one, I think, like, 4 or 5 times in a row, and this is just not happening anymore. Some random, like, cave drawing or something. I don't have a clue what to do with this, so... to think of something to go for here. Let's try, like, Chad. I don't know. It is not Chad. Year 2010. A mining rescue. Is it Chile? Chile could make sense. There was definitely a mining disaster that happened in Chile. I remember that, and I want to say it was later than 2010, but it might have been 2010. And I think the first couple pictures would work for Chile, like the desert and stuff. Chile is correct. They caved in at a mine near Copiapó. Very, very interesting. The Atacama Giant is a 400-foot geoglyph. Wow, crazy. 400 feet. Wow. I would have thought that was like a little drawing on the wall of a cave, so that's insane. Very, very cool. Coca-Cola logo made of 70,000 Coke bottles. And it does say años, so I was right about that, but I just thought it would be 3 letters rather than 4. And the hills near Arica is the largest Coca-Cola logo in the world. That is very, very cool. The Atacama Desert. Okay, this is a graph of rainfall. That makes sense. Then just says Atacama. So actually, wow. It's interesting how this entire one was specifically the Atacama rather than like anything else in the country, but kind of a cool one. Okay, so 3, 4, and or what is it? 3, 3, 4, and 3. I gotta at least get 1 and 2, don't I? So this one is Name the Subdivision. What can we do with this? Has it been a daily subdivision before? Well, I certainly don't know what this is. Corpus Sancta Munditia Martyris. Okay. That just means like holy body of the world martyr or something, which doesn't help at all. I mean, am I supposed to know whose body this is? Like, this isn't particularly helpful to me. I mean, it's going to be a country that practices Christianity, and it's a subdivision, so you would think that it's a particularly, I don't know, a country that has particularly notable subdivisions in it, because otherwise this would be very hard. Could be like Germany, Italy, Spain, something like that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll try Germany. I'll say it's like Bavaria. Oh my God. That's insane. That is insane. That makes up for everything else. That I cannot believe I got that. That's so lucky. What? I was like, okay, what countries in Europe? I mean, I wasn't even sure that was Europe, but I was like, yeah, it would make sense, right? With like, you know, Catholic relics or whatever. So I was like, what countries in Europe have particularly famous subdivisions? I was thinking like France, the regions aren't that well known. Italy, maybe some of the regions are possible. Spain, again, some of them, but most of them are not super notable. And I was like, I don't know, Germany, like Bavaria is a very famous state, so what the heck, I'll try it. But that's actually crazy that I got that. So it is the skeleton of Saint Munditia, whoever that is. It's Munich's oldest church, and the skull of Saint Elmo, apparently, is what that is. Very, very cool. The, Große Olympiaschanze ski jump opened in 1933 and is in Garmisch-Partenkirchen, which is, of course, the city in southern Germany that hosted the Winter Olympics. Courtroom 600 of Nuremberg's Palace of Justice was where World War II war criminals underwent the trials. Again, I don't think I would have known either of these. I mean, again, it's maybe guessable. It's like, okay, this was a town that hosted the Olympics, so it's like, it's probably Europe. So it's like it could be Bavaria, it could be Tyrol in Austria, it could be Lombardy in Italy, but it does narrow it down a bit. Maybe given the previous clues, I would have been able to piece together that this was the Nuremberg trials, but I definitely don't recognize this particular courtroom. And then you have Neuschwanstein Castle, which is, of course, quite famous. It's like the Disney one, basically. Oktoberfest, of course, also very famous. And then the map of Bavaria. Okay, let's go. Well, I got my 1 out of 6. Gotta love it. Okay, I thought it was broken for a sec, but it's back. So number 21, name the city. Let us see what this has in store. Starting with, wow, that is crazy. Very big green sculpture of a woman. I mean, I don't have any idea what this is. It is a cool landmark, but I'm going to just have to guess something completely random. And I will go for... I'll go for Mexico City. It is not Mexico City. Number 2, we have a cross on a hill. And we have a few people standing next to it. I mean, kind of looks European. Foliage, etc. Obviously, Christian symbolism would make sense for Europe. But I really have no idea. Let's try... I don't know. What do I try here? Let's go for Sofia, Bulgaria. It is not. Okay, we've got like a weird building here. Kind of reminds me of the Montreal... What's the thing in Montreal? The like Expo 67 like thingamajig? I know there's a weird looking building. I don't know if this is that though. I feel like this might be something else, but I think the previous clues could work for Montreal, so I'll try Montreal. It is, yeah, Habitat 67. Okay, that's what it was. Nice. I've seen pictures of this before, but I guess I just wasn't convinced that this was actually the right thing. But Mother Earth, horticultural sculpture in Montreal, very, very cool. The Mount Royal Cross, a mountain that gave Montreal its name. Again, didn't actually realize that, but that's a cool fact. Time capsule with messages from over 10,000 children set to be opened in 2142. Wow, crazy. Then Habitat 67. The Habs, of course, nice. McGill University, which... Is that really easier than the Montreal Canadiens? I don't know. I'm biased as a hockey fan, I guess, but like that's that's an interesting one. Wait, the H stands for hockey? What? You're telling me the H doesn't stand for Habs? That's crazy. I even as a hockey fan, I learned something new today. That's insane. Okay. And then of course Montreal. Very cool. Landmarker number 22. 4 left. This one is named the country. And we have a beetle. What? Really? Okay. Well, I can identify landmarks. I can't identify beetles. What the heck? Okay. Name the country. Let's go for what do I like here? Obviously it could be literally anything. Bangladesh. Not Bangladesh. We have mountains. Well, that confirms at least that it's not Bangladesh. Yeah, but I don't. What is this? Is this like a? Is this just a botany landmarker or something? Like I don't know. I guess I guess entomology isn't even botany, is it? I don't know nature things. um, the mountains. I'm trying to place them. I mean, could be Asia. Could be like the Philippines. Could work. Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, something like that could make sense. Let's try the Philippines. It's not. Oh, is that a what's it called? The Madagascar thing? Jeez, what is the feline from Madagascar called again? Not caracal. What the heck is it called? I might be thinking of the wrong thing, but I know that there's a feline that looks like this from Madagascar. It is. The fossa, that's what it's called. My gosh. That was in a Brady or Tudor video, and I still forgot it. Yeesh. But yes, I did know what that was, at least. The Traveler's Tree. Very cool tree. Never seen it before. But that's a fun one. Male giraffe weevils. Crazy. I mean, that's a really interesting bug there, but yeah, I would never have known that. Avenue of the Baobabs, of course, quite famous. The ii is famous lemur, and then the ring-tailed lemur, and the outline of Madagascar. Okay, nice. Well, yeah, I'm getting a lot of 3s today, but see if I can get a 2 or a 1 in these last 3. Game number 23, name the country. Okay. Sick. We have pine trees and a monument. Yeah, okay. I mean, this could be anything really, couldn't it? We'll try... where would you get trees like this? We'll try... Finland? I don't know. Are you kidding me? Dude, I've gotten 2 in 1 today, and they were both like complete blind guesses. I was just like, I don't know, these trees could be Finnish, but like they could have been a lot more than just Finland. I mean, it's a Sibelius monument. That is interesting. I had no idea that this was a classical music reference, but I mean, I guess I can see it, sort of. Organ pipes. I mean, yeah, it checks out, I guess. But again, just complete luck. Absolutely crazy. The Green Zone Golf Course straddles Finland and Sweden. I did not know that. Some say that balls stay in the air for over an hour given the time zone difference. Very cool. Okay, I didn't know that they shared a golf course. The Air Guitar World Championships are held in Oulu. Again, I feel I've heard of this. Would I have remembered that it was in Finland specifically? Honestly, I'm not sure. Probably not, now that I say that, but I have at least heard of the Air Guitar World Championships. I would have known the Santa Claus Village, which is in Rovaniemi. And then you have Nokia. Yep, makes sense. Is it headquartered in the city of Espoo? Interesting. Okay, I guess they must have moved. I mean, the town that they originated in is called Nokia. It was near Tampere, but it makes sense that they're not actually headquartered there anymore because they're bigger. and then Finland itself. Cool. Another insanely lucky one. I haven't actually known any of the ones in one. I mean, I have in the past, but not today. Number 24. What have we got here? Let us see. It takes a little while for them to load. What the heck? Name the city. Huh? This doesn't even look real. I mean, this looks like it looks like it's taken from a movie or something. Is this a real photo? This is trippy. This does not look real. I mean, the house looks maybe American, but I mean, what? I'm so confused. It's gotta be some like model of something. I have no idea what's happening. Los Angeles, maybe. It is not. What does that say? I want to try and read that, but it's probably not helpful. Lou Ruvo Center for Brain Health. Okay, cool. Wait, where was my zoom level? Was it here? Sorry, I'm trying to... I don't know where the zoom level was. Anyway, you guys can let me know if you want it to be more or less zoomed in than it has been during the video. I don't know. I mean, I still want to say it's maybe the US. I feel like a rock in the road. It's kind of like sandy. Almost makes me think of like, I don't know, like Phoenix or something. I think I was one more zoomed out than this. Anyway, I'll try Phoenix. It is not Phoenix. City population 680,000. What the heck am I supposed to do with this? We've got some sort of beam of light. 680,000. I could just, I mean, it could be like Vegas. I mean, that would be in keeping with the theme of me guessing southwestern cities, and I don't know, Vegas could have a beam of light and a like wacky architecture. I mean, it would check out. So it's actually Vegas. Wow, it's a sky beam that comes out of Luxor. The brightest light in the world. That's insane. Wow, gets up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. How about that? Again, it's lucky. I mean, I was kind of just vibe guessing based off of the first couple of rounds there, because the third round gave me really nothing. But I was like, would Vegas have a random beam of light? Like, yeah, that sounds like a thing Vegas would do. So, I guess that worked out. Replica of the house from The Simpsons. Is that really what that is? Oh my gosh, it's kind of bad that I didn't recognize that. Apparently, that is in Henderson. Interesting. I guess I should look at this. Designed by Frank Gehry, one of the most distinctive buildings in the city. Pretty cool. Cybertruck exploded outside Trump Hotel in Paradise, Nevada. Honestly, I'm not sure I would have known. I knew that this happened, but I'm not sure I would have known where it was. I knew it was a Trump building, and you can even see the T there, but honestly, I'm not sure I would have known it was Vegas. And then the Sphere, of course, is a very, very famous new venue. And there you go. Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas. I hate Las Vegas. I don't need to go on that rant now. I did it in a stream recently, but not a place I'm particularly fond of, but it does exist. And finally, number 25, to close out the video. I believe we'll be naming the country here. And, oh, no. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, wait. Oh, this isn't the last one, because this isn't today's. So I actually did do this one. Let me type in what I typed in last time. I think I did like South Africa first. Okay, so I did this in a voice call like 5 hours ago, and forgot that I did it. But I was trying to think of countries with yellow outer lines, and I could only think of like Israel, Jordan, South Africa, etc. The ones that have always been on GeoGuessr with yellow outer lines. So I just gave up and guessed South Africa, even though it didn't really look right to me. But then when I was looking at the second one, I remembered, like, wait a second, Nepal also has yellow outer lines. So since I don't know what this monument is, I'll guess Nepal, and it was actually right, which is kind of nuts because, again, don't know what this is. Apparently, it's the Maya Devi temple. Kind of cool. Over the birthplace of the Buddha in Lumbini. The Mulkot Mirror Wall began after a series of road accidents near the village. Very, very cool landmark there as well. Never heard of it. The official instructions for creating Nepal's unique five-sided flag. So a math clue, which is the first time we've had any of that in Landmarkr. I'm kind of glad I didn't have to go through that. Sagarmatha National Park, that is the Nepalese name for Everest. 2 base camps. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Hillary Norgay, I mean, again, very, very famous. And then Nepal. But I believe there is one more. If I go to today's game, this should be a new one. So we can finish off the video with this and see what we get. If it will load, that is. And it will. Okay, we have a monument made of feathers. Well, made of metal, but depicting feathers. I'm going to zoom in because I want to get a look at those buildings in the back. So the buildings look European, maybe? Or are they American? I don't know. The landscape looks European. I mean, the fields and the trees and stuff. I'm inclined to say that this is Europe. Not super sure where, though. Trying to get a read on the buildings. They're not... The buildings aren't really jumping out at me, honestly. I'm not super sure what to make of them. They could even be North American, but I don't know. It seems more likely that if it's a country round, it would be Europe. So I'm gonna go for do I go UK? Do I go France? Do I go Germany? Something like that. I think I'll go UK. And it's not. Unfortunate. Okay. We have like a dolmen thing. And then we have an aerial view of it. Is it Ireland, perhaps? I mean, you get a lot of Stone Age stuff in Ireland. And I know there's a lot of famous mounds there, too. Although it's not the only place with famous mounds. Again, it could be France. That's kind of my other thought here. But the building over there, maybe looks a little more Irish to me. So I'm going to go Ireland. Ireland, nice. The Hill of Tara, Ireland's most sacred site. Okay, then that's kind of a skill issue that I didn't know that, apparently. Most sacred site seems, well, pretty significant. Sculpture, Kindred Spirits near Cork. Memorial to the Choctaw Nation's support for Ireland during the Irish potato famine. That is quite a cool one. Yeah, landscape makes sense for Ireland, but I think UK is a fine guess. Famine, sculpture in Dublin. Wow, crazy. Yeah, that's a cool one. I've never seen this particular sculpture. Would I have been able to figure it out? Maybe, but it wouldn't have been easy. The Blarney Stone, this is very famous, the thing that you kiss. The Guinness Brewery, headquartered in Dublin. It's pretty easy since they give you Guinness. And then finally, Ireland. So, that's going to do it. That was actually over half an hour, so pretty good length video. But yeah, let me know in the comments how you guys did. If you guys, clicked on the link in the description and played the games yourself. Let me know if you got any of them quicker than me. I think I did pretty well here, honestly. I mean, not as well as the first, 10 of them that I did, but I really think that those were maybe easier. Or maybe they just happened to hit my wheelhouse better. But anyway, super, super fun game. Looney does an awesome job with this every day. So, yeah, I'm very glad when this comes out every day. But now I have to hold myself, keep myself from doing it because I think it's maybe better for me to save most of them and do them for videos like this if you guys enjoy them. So let me know in the comments if you did enjoy this. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. So thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.